Hey besties! So this video was very highly requested for a very long time, so I'm finally sat down to film it. So basically this video today is going to be on healthy weight loss, and basically in the past year and a half I have lost about, I think, nearly 4 stone. I don't know the exact amount because I'm not that thing, sorry, I had dog hair on my lip. Really weigh myself at the start, but I had like a general idea, and then when I started to lose the weight, I started weighing myself then. So I know it's like roughly 4 stone-ish. But yeah, and I feel like I've really cracked the code to just doing it healthily and not restricting yourself in what you can eat, still eating what you want to eat basically, but just doing it in a healthy way. Same with like gym, exercise. Yeah, but I'm not a professional. I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not PT. This is just what I've learned and researched and has worked for me, and I'm very happy with my progress, where I'm at now. I feel like now I'm at the end of losing weight, so I feel like now is a good time to do the video. But yeah, okay, let's just get into the video. This is going to be so like jumbled. Before we fully get into the video, I just want to say that I have suffered with anorexia, and I have suffered with a binge eating disorder. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum. So when I was younger, I was very obsessive with not eating. Basically, I would skip meals as much as I could. Yeah, I would hide that I wasn't eating. And yeah, I went through a really tough time with not eating, and then into my adulthood as well. I had a really hard time with eating, over exercising and not really eating. And I was very, very sick and yeah, very, very, very underweight. So yeah, I went through that, and then I shifted that into the other side. There was no like middle ground really. I then went into binge eating, and I binge ate excessively. Like I want to say sometimes like probably like 6,000 calories a day. Like it was insane. Delivery was my best friend, and yeah, it was that was just as hard. Like I've always just been so obsessive with food, either way. So it's been a really long journey to get to where I am now, and I'm very proud of where I am right now. But I just want to say that this video is very conscious of both sides of things. So I just want to, make that clear before we get into things, that I have been on both ends of things. And if you're suffering with either, if it's too much to listen to right now, don't watch this video. But if you feel like you're in a good headspace to watch this video, then I just want to say that I understand both sides. And yeah, I think that you'll find this video helpful if you've suffered with both or one or the other, but yeah. So the first thing I want you to know about weight loss. Okay, everyone thinks weight loss, I need to go to the gym. Cut that out right now. I went to the gym, I want to say for about maybe 6 months. I feel like 6 months. I went to the gym for about 6 months, and I wasn't really seeing much progress, even though I had a PT. I was going to the gym like at least twice a week. And I loved going to the gym. I loved doing that. And it was fun. I could see that my body was starting to tone, but I wasn't dropping weight. So I was like, what is this? This is a scam. Like, I'm going to the gym. I'm supposed to be going to the gym, and I'm still not losing the weight I want to lose. And that's because literally, like, I want to say like 80% of weight loss is your diet. It's not exercise. So as soon as that really started to click in my brain, I was like, okay, so it's my diet that's at fault. And I know that sounds so stupid, maybe to some people, but you don't think of that when you think of losing weight. You literally just think of exercise. But it is mainly your diet that will be the problem. The way to lose weight healthily is through a calorie deficit. Oh my god, my brain is already scrambled. Through a calorie deficit. So when people think of calorie deficit, they think, oh, I need to restrict myself to like 1,200 calories, 1,300 calories. No. Don't do that, seriously. That's how you become hungry and you tend to binge, and it's just like a cycle of binging. Calorie counting. Women need 2,000 calories a day. I'm not sure how much men need. I think an extra 200, maybe 2,200. But you need 2,000 calories a day, okay? And that's with like moderate exercise. So you walk around a bit, do you know what I mean? But you need 2,000 calories. So it's so important that you give your body what it needs. It needs fuel. So eating under the amount is not helpful in the long term. It's not sustainable. What you want is a lifestyle change. So you don't want to be doing crash diets. I don't believe in crash diets. I think they're all a myth. If they work for you, fair enough, but I don't think they're sustainable. You need to adapt your diet in a way that you know that you're going to stick to forever. That is your diet. Do you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean you can't have a treat here or there. I have treats all the time. But it just means that, what does it mean? What the fuck am I saying right now? If you're currently exceeding 2,000 calories a day, and bearing in mind, you might not even realize that you are, but you have to start like vaguely calorie counting. So if you find calorie counting triggering, you don't have to do it strictly. What I do is, because I don't like strictly doing it, I don't find that helpful for me personally. I just have a rough idea of what calories are in what. So I know, for instance, that if I go to Starbucks and I want a ham and cheese croissant, I know that's like around 350 calories, yeah? Same with like, I don't know, my like nighttime meals, like I know they're about 600 calories. Do you get what I mean? Snacks, I just have like a vague idea. I don't know exactly how much things are, but I have like a vague idea. I used to do Gusto boxes and I found those really helpful because they said the calories on each recipe. Gusto is amazing, by the way. When you're doing a calorie deficit, you only need to deficit by a few hundred calories, okay? So you can deficit by 200 calories and that's fine and you will lose weight. So when I found that out, that was honestly groundbreaking to me because I was like, I thought you had to go so extreme to lose weight, but that's just not the case at all. As long as you're regularly exercising and eating within a small calorie deficit, you will always lose weight because that's, you're meant to have 2,000 calories. If you're eating under, then obviously you will lose weight. So yeah, I think 1,800 calories is a good amount to deficit by. 1,700 you can do as well, but just don't go lower because honestly there's just no point and you're just going to end up starving yourself and being hungry. So that's not good. Drinks, you forget how many calories are in drinks, or you might not even know how many calories are in drinks. Okay, so I used to drink like 2 Starbucks a day with milk, with cream, everything. Those Starbucks drinks, those lattes are like 200 plus calories. Some of them are like 400 calories. Can you believe that? If you're drinking multiple drinks, sugary drinks, coffees, teas, if you're drinking all of these things multiple times a day, you are drinking your calories. Groundbreaking, I know. The way I combated this, so I don't drink milk in anything anymore. To be fair, I didn't really like it that much anyway, so it was quite easy for me to cut out. But once you start drinking teas and coffees without milk, it actually tastes so much nicer. As soon as you adapt, you're like, actually, this is the shit. So yeah, I don't drink milk in anything. I find that really helps to like cut the calories because an Americano is like 22 calories. So all of the calories come from the milk, basically. If you like milk, fair enough, but just be aware that they're so high calorie. So you could be drinking your calories. I also used to drink like a huge bottle of Coke all the time. Like sometimes the massive ones, I'd have like a brown tongue. So gross, but that has so much sugar and calories in it. It's also bad for your teeth. Look after your teeth, look after yourself. Water is your friend. You want to be drinking 2 liters of water a day. I need to drink more water at the moment, but when I was fully on my health kick and journey to really losing weight, I was drinking water, so much of it, and it does make such a difference. It also makes your skin look so much more hydrated. It clears your skin of spots. Like, these people are onto something when they say drink water. You have more energy. Yeah, drinking water is like kind of hard if you're not used to it to begin with, but I like eased myself in by drinking like sugar-free flavored water. It's not like the Volvic, is that what it's called, water. So I was drinking a lot of that, and yeah, I found that a lot easier to then start drinking just water. So yes, also sparkling water is actually good. I know a lot of people don't like sparkling water, but I actually think it's really good. But yeah, just watch your calories with drinks. Also, squash is a good one. Sugar-free squash, or just squash in general. You don't have to go sugar-free. If you're drinking alcohol, what is that? Oh my god, it's got so itchy. It was a hair. Alcohol, also so high calorie. If you drink all the time and you're like, why am I putting on weight? It's the bloody alcohol, I'm telling you. Look up how many calories are in alcohol. It'll put you off. But also the way to combat this, because I still drink, is tequila is low calorie. I drink like vodka, lime, and sodas. They're also low calorie. G&T's low calorie. Not actually, tonic water isn't always low calorie, but you can get like diet tonic. Obviously, still drink, do whatever you want, but just be aware that if you're like confused on why you're gaining weight or why you can't lose weight, these might be the factors as to why. I'm not saying cut these out. I have a very good balance. I still drink like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Because I like drinking with my friends. I just drink slightly differently now than I used to. And I still have a good time. I still get absolutely white girl wasted. And I don't put on weight. I'm going to say the way that I eat. This might not work for everyone, and be aware of that. But what I said about eating in a calorie deficit, so you can still eat the foods that you like, okay? As long as they're within the calories that you have for that day. See, how easy is that? So if you love pasta, if you love cheese, if you love all of these things, you can still eat those things, but you just need to not maybe eat as much of it, or just portion it and just balance everything out. This is all about balance. So the way that I eat is I eat a high protein diet, and I try to have like healthy carbs. So it's not like completely low carb, but it's just like replacing those like fattier carbs. I don't know if these are the right words, by the way. As I said, I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know. This is just what I've researched. So my plates will look like, I'll have like a piece of salmon that is like seasoned, garlic, lemon, or like hot sauce, drenched in hot sauce. I love hot sauce. And then like some green vegetables that I boil instead of fry. So I have green veg. And then I'll have like carrot and swede mash instead of normal mash. And it's banging, tastes amazing, can never get tired of that meal. And it's so easy to make as well, but stuff like that is high protein, low carb. So same, I can eat like pork, once again, just vegetables, and yeah, like just fall in love with vegetables. Vegetables are so good for you. If that doesn't work for you, then don't do it. It's that simple. Like if it doesn't work, you need to do something where you're going to stick to it. I love salmon. I love vegetables. I love mash. So I know that I will always like that meal. Whereas if that meal doesn't work for you, that's fine. Like just adjust your diet to the things that you like. Swap things out, basically. Like for instance, butter, I used to eat normal butter, whereas now I always eat low fat butter. It tastes exactly the same. Don't get no salt butter, because that's disgusting, or even low salt butter. Ugh, gross. It needs to be tasted like butter, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I eat low fat butter, I eat low fat cheese. Once again, your taste buds will adjust. If you're really funny about taste, it will genuinely adjust after time. Not straight away. Like there were some things I struggled with straight away. Oh my God, that scared the fucking shit out of me. And remember, you need carbs. Like you need carbs for your energy. So don't cut carbs out completely, because that's foolish. For lunch, I always eat like brown bread. Another thing, swap out white bread for brown bread. Like seeded brown bread, and I have avocados with like onions and tomatoes, and then I have like poached eggs, and I always eat that. But like the avocado is like a healthy fat. The poached eggs, once again, they're not fried, they're poached. Do you know what I mean? Just like replace things for like healthier options that still taste as good, but are healthier, and you will start to like the healthier stuff, I swear. That's kind of like the best diet in my opinion for the gym. Like as soon as I switched my diet to that, the weight was falling off me. I knew it was effortless. Like I was still enjoying my meals, because I love food. I love eating. And I can't compromise. I don't want to not eat a big meal. I love food. So it's just about making those like healthy choices, and like I said, like calorie count in the start, and then eventually you won't even need to calorie count. So just vaguely know by swapping things out how much it is, so you know you're not overeating, and it really is that simple. I love dessert. Like, I am a dessert slut. I have to eat something sweet every day. I can't help myself. So I love these like serene snacks you can get. Not the serene loaves. I hate those. Ugh, horrible. But you can get like little serene snacks. They're like maybe like 90 calories, 100 calories per cake bar. And they're so good. I love them. Like, they have like raspberry and white chocolate. They have strawberry, like banana ones. They're banging. Love those. That's a good sweet fix. Also, you can get low calorie desserts nowadays. You can get low calorie sundaes. You can get low calorie like chocolate mousse. Like, there is so much you can actually have that's between like 90 and 130 calories, and then you're getting that like sweet kick that you want, but then you're not what was I saying? You're getting that sweet kick, but you're not having those high calorie desserts like you would with like most desserts. So yeah, I find that really helpful. I still eat like pizza once a week. I still eat McDonald's. I still eat all of these foods. As long as you're eating within the calorie amount, you will be fine. You won't put on weight. But the good thing is about nowadays is there's literally calories on everything. So you can physically see how much you're eating, and like I said, you don't need to strictly do it, but you can kind of have a vague idea. If you know like a cheeseburger is that amount, fries are that much, a drink is that much, there you go, easy. Okay, fast food. I know I said before I ate McDonald's, which I do, but I used to have a really bad fast food addiction, and it's because this stuff is addictive. The stuff they put in this food is addictive, which is why it makes you happy when you're eating it. It gives you that dopamine rush. Yeah, this is so hard to kick. If you have a fast food if you have a fast food addiction, I really feel for you. I really went through it with just spending all of my money on fast food. Like, it was actually so bad. So I try to avoid eating fast food now. Because honestly, it made me so ill. Like, I was like shitting myself every single day, like violent diarrhea every day, and it was the fast food. I swear, like all the salt in that food, it's so bad for you. It's like this food is like pumping cancer into you. The stuff they put into it is so bad. So try and avoid eating fast food where you can, just because, like, just think, not just for the calorie reasons or the weight gain, think of like your actual health, and like, what is this food? You're putting something inside of you. And like, what do you want that food to be? Like, you want it to be like genuinely keeping you alive, keeping you healthy, keeping your skin glowing. Like, there's so many factors to what you're putting in your body than just weight gain or weight loss. There's so many other things that you need to like keep in mind. Your gut health, that affects your mental health, if you didn't know that. So if your gut is fucked, then your brain will be fucked. Try eating 3 meals a day or do intermittent fasting. I swear by intermittent, I don't even know that's how you say it, fasting. I swear by it, and let me explain it to you. So I've actually watched quite a few videos on this. Why can't I speak today? Quite a few videos on this recently, about just giving your gut a rest. Like, you don't actually have to eat all of the time, and this doesn't mean starving yourself. So how I do this is I eat within a time window. So what I'll do is I will wake up, I will fast breakfast, because we're told that like breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it actually isn't. Like, I'm pretty sure that came from an advert. It didn't actually come from like science. Don't quote me, could be wrong. But yeah, so your body actually needs, like, your stomach needs a rest sometimes. So what I'll do is a lot of the time is I will eat at 12, and then I will eat all of my calories between 12 and say like 7. So that's like a 7-hour window frame, or like 12 till 8. That's an 8-hour window frame. And in those hours, you can eat as much as you want. You got to bear in mind, like, you're also up, you're active, you're burning these calories. But yeah, that's actually really, really good for weight loss. That's like such a good weight loss hack. So I did that quite strictly when I was dropping a lot of weight and dropping weight fast, and I found that really helpful. So you're still eating all the calories that you need, but it's just within a window frame, so you're giving your gut a rest for the rest of the time. I don't know the full science behind it. I have watched a lot of videos, but I couldn't quote you on any of it. But do your research if that's something you're interested in. I just found that very helpful for me personally. And that doesn't mean like skipping meals. You're not skipping meals, you're just eating those meals within that window frame, if that makes sense. Also on that, don't eat all of your calories at night, because I also used to do that. So I would not eat all day if I was in like a full binging period. I just wouldn't eat all day, which like in my head I was like, oh, I'm cutting all the calories in the day so I can eat as much as I want in the night. No. So yeah, try to get into a habit of like eating in the day and making sure you're like giving your body the fuel that it needs to get through the day. And so I used to have a real problem with the scales, and I would like obsessively weigh myself, and I avoided buying scales for a very, very long time because I don't know, I just find it very triggering. And eventually I did buy scales, and what I will say is scales are really important for early weight loss. So once you start the ball rolling and you're starting to drop weight and you can visually see it, that's fine. You will keep that going. You don't need scales. But I feel like at the start, it can be quite slow to see straight away. So you kind of need to have an idea of like how much weight you are losing. Is it a lot of weight? Is it not a lot of weight? So you can kind of like gauge what you need to do with your diet. It is important to weigh yourself, but don't get obsessed with it. Just weigh yourself once a week. If you find it triggering, maybe ask a friend who has scales if you can like use their scales when you're over their house. Maybe that will help. I don't want anyone to get like triggered or anything. But yeah, weighing yourself is important at the start. So, and once I started to do it, it was actually okay. And I got really excited that I was like losing the weight and what I was doing was working. And it was very validating. And then after a while, I didn't need them anymore. And now I weigh myself like once a month or like once every, I don't even know. I barely even weigh myself. But I do just to like make sure I'm not, I don't know, putting on weight or losing too much weight too, because that's also a thing. So yeah, you use the scales if you can. And also with the scales, if you're exercising and going to the gym, fat is lighter than muscle. So muscle is actually heavier. So if you're like concerned that it's like going up and down, or you've like lost a lot of weight, but you're looking really toned and you're starting to put it on a little bit, don't stress, because that's probably muscle, not fat. Just remember to listen to your body and what it needs. If you can't stick to a certain diet, don't. Like, it's that simple. Make adjustments. Like I said, the only thing that matters is that calorie deficit. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. So if your diet isn't working for you, figure out why it's not working for you. Are you going to extreme? Are you eating foods that you don't actually like, but you're doing it because you want to lose weight? Like, as I said, just make healthy adjustments to your diet how it already is. And that's the best way to sustain it. So if you like certain things, find out ways to make those things, but make it healthy so you can still eat the food that you like. Now moving on to exercise. I feel like this video is really long. Whoops. Like I said, fitness isn't the most important part of weight loss. It definitely goes hand in hand with diet, but it's not the most important thing. So don't exhaust yourself with exercise, because that, like I said, that won't be helpful. But what I did was to lose weight. So I had a PT. And I know not everyone can afford that. There are loads of videos on TikTok that I find really helpful, even on YouTube, when it comes to like tutorials on how to use equipment and like how to target certain areas. So like research stuff, just look it up. And like it might feel really overwhelming if you go to the gym for the first time and you don't know what you're doing. But the more that you go, the more that you research, the more that you learn, you'll become more confident naturally. And then you'll be like, oh my God, I'm literally a gym bro. Like, I love the gym now. I love lifting. I love lifting heavy weights. It makes me so happy to like lift heavy weights. Workouts that you enjoy. Exercise in a way that will make you want to exercise, because there's absolutely no point forcing yourself to go to the gym if you don't like the gym. Why would you do it? If you've tried everything in the gym that you can possibly try and you still hate it, try something else. So try like swimming, tennis, badminton, I don't know, like a walking club, like anything. If you have an interest, try something new. Do you know what I mean? You might make some new friends that will like motivate each other to like get healthy. Just do something that you enjoy, because you don't want to associate exercise with a negative emotion. You want to associate exercise with a positive feeling. So you want to do something that you actually enjoy doing. Like I said, doing it with friends is a good idea. It can keep you consistent. You can motivate each other. I like to work out on my own personally. Like, doing excessive cardio for weight loss is also such a myth. Like, I lost most of my weight through weightlifting, not cardio. I used to do cardio all the time because I thought, oh God, I want to be skinny, and it does make you skinny if you're doing cardio in excess, but you can exercise in any kind of way and lose weight. You know what I mean? So you don't need to do excessive cardio. And bestie, if you came to this video thinking you do, I love you, and I'm gonna free you from this cardio chains, because I was wrapped up in the cardio chains for so long. But yeah, so like I said, I love weight training. So you can lose so much weight through weight training, and also it can like tone you up so much. You can get like a nice bund. What am I saying? You can have a nice ass. You can build your ass, you can build your calves, you can build your guns. I keep flexing because like, look at these guns, bruv. Abs, do you know what I mean? Like, you can target certain areas and it's really fun. So I prefer weightlifting personally. And like, girly, get into the weightlifting thing. Like, honestly, it is really fun once you're into it. Like, fuck these guys. Be the only girl in the fucking weighted area. I love doing it. At the start of the year, I was weight training 4 to 5 times a week, which was quite excessive, but I just needed to get out of the house. Strict with it. And I saw like so much like results in that time. So that definitely helped with like toning up, but you don't need to exercise that much. Like, honestly, if you just do something like once or twice a week, I would say probably twice, go to the gym twice a week, see results. Like, you don't need to go every day. You don't need to go 5 times a week. You can go twice and you will see the results that you want to see. Okay, more exercises that I just want to include right now. Dance class, pole class, that's fun. You can do heels classes, Zumba, yoga. Like, the options are literally unlimited. Okay, the next thing is walking. And you're gonna think I'm crazy right now. Walking. Right, I love walking. I've fallen in love with walking. I love walking everywhere now. But think about it. How many times do you cut corners? Like, how many times do you get an Uber when you don't need to? Or drive somewhere when you don't need to? Like, how many times do you do that? And could you actually walk? Because I think it's very easy with how convenient life is right now to just like avoid like time. If you have the time, then go for that walk. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously everyone has a different schedule, and I understand not everyone has like the opportunity to, you know, walk everywhere. But if you have the time, then just walk. Just walk. Because honestly, walking is so good for you. And also, like, walking first thing in the morning, like, you're literally hearing all of like this positive sounds of like the birds and like people chatting, and like all of the visual things, like the sun shining, like you might see some cute little animals. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, walking clears your head, and walking is good for your mental health as well. I watched a video where this girl said she goes for a walk every single day, and that's like the key first thing in the morning, and that's like the key to a happy life, because like she said, you're just taking in all of the senses, you're not on your phone, and you can just like appreciate what's around you and see small things that can make you happy. So it's good for your mental health as well, but it also burns so many calories by walking more than you would. So if you walk for like half an hour a day, once again, you will see weight loss, because you're actually exercising more than you would for half an hour a day. And that's all it takes, I swear. Also, how many times do you avoid the stairs? Be real with yourself. How many times do you take the lift when you don't need to take the lift? Because like I said, everything is so convenient now. Everything is so accessible. Like, you don't need to do anything because you can just get lifted around everywhere. But no, try and take the stairs. Like, I always take the stairs everywhere I go. Unless it's like a very high floor, I try and take the stairs. Or sometimes I take the lift if I don't feel like it. Do you know what I mean? But I always try and take the stairs a few times a week, so I am going up and down stairs, because stairs also make you lose weight. And think of how simple that change is of just taking the stairs. It's so small, and at first you might be out of breath, but then after a while you'll be able to climb up like 10 flights of stairs, no problem. Not that I do that, but if I did, I'd be able to. I just want to say, like I've kind of touched on the fact that, you know, this does go hand in hand with mental health. And even if you're not looking at this video to like lose weight, just take it as like, a lot of this stuff is so important for your mental health, and exercise does make you happy. I know I mainly go to the gym for my mental health, so like I do love the gym, but if I don't go to the gym consistently, I get very depressed. And yeah, that's always kind of been the case with me, and I feel like that's actually the case with a lot of people. So keep that in mind, that if you're not exercising and you're not taking care of your gut, that could be a reason as to why you do feel depressed. And I really went through it with my depression, and don't get me wrong, I still have depression, I still deal with that, but it's so much easier than it was because I've made all of these changes to my lifestyle, like drinking less, you know, drinking water, walking, exercising, taking care of my diet. Like all of these things will make you happier. So it doesn't fix your problems. It definitely doesn't fix your problems. But it definitely can just make things a bit easier for you. So yeah, I guess like just take care of yourself. Like honestly, do things for you, because when I was like going through my binge eating phase, like I was not taking care of myself at all. I couldn't brush my teeth, I couldn't brush my hair, I rarely showered, my room was such a mess. Like I just found life so hard, and I've made all of these lifestyle choices and I've stuck to them. And my life has just gotten so much better. Like I'm clean. I'm clean. But yeah, like I've really suffered with like poor hygiene. So yeah, if you're coming to this video and that's what you're going through right now, like I really understand, and I have so much empathy, and just know it's not going to be like that forever, and you can pull yourself out of it, but you need to be ready to do that. So you might not be ready to do that now, you never know. But once you're ready, like just honestly go full in and just take care of yourself. Have a skincare routine, like cook. Oh my god, I forgot to say, cooking, you need to learn how to cook. Cooking is so important. Like I said, I did those Gusto boxes, and that taught me how to cook, and now I literally love cooking, and I'd never really cooked much before. So yeah, cooking is so important. I feel like I kind of said that, but not really. But yeah, just doing all of these things now, and I'm just so much happier, and I'm like living proof that you can honestly be handed like the shittest card in life, and you can really sink, and that's okay, but you can pull yourself out of it and like get better. So yeah, I just wanted to say that at the end of this video. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. Like I said, I'm not a professional, so make sure you do your research about the things that I've said and just make adjustments that actually work for you. Okay, right, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next video. Mwah!